the computer. Hello, Pam. How are you? So good to see you.
Oh,
I
blessed
see you
as
have your
always.
little logo shirt on. That's awesome.
Yes.
Paper Football League. Wow, that's awesome.
You.
So, do you want to tell me how you started Paper Football League?
Well, actually, I didn't start it. I actually had my own company, Volleyball and Sunsets, which you are familiar with because you helped me um, take my concept and actually reduce it and focus it into the advertorial program that it became. But my significant other actually created a game of paper football. He had his kids up from Alabama, his grandkids came up from Alabama. And of course, we haven't seen them in like 2 or 3 years. So they kind of are very shy and kind of put off, not to mention the fact that they have the assistance of electronics to keep their face occupied. So so he wanted to do something to try to connect with him, and he created this game. And once they started playing, it was like all of a sudden you seen human beings with personalities, and their personalities just started to glow. You could see the extrovert, the introvert, the thinking, perceptive, analytical one, and it it just gave us such an opportunity to connect with them and get to know them, um, that we did it again when my grandkids came over and saw the same response. And then we started playing it with friends, and everybody was like, oh, this is better than cornhole. This is going to be the next bar game. And we're like, well, we want it to be more than a bar game. We want everybody to have a paper football table. But it's grown and it's developed, and we got our patent. We're going slowly because we're working up towards franchising, so we're building our business model right now. um and it's phenomenal. I love the response that we get. It just kind of happened.
So when I first met you, you were putting together Volleyball and Sunsets and working on that and writing articles. And so how did you move from here to there to what you're doing now?
Well, my here was, my story. I was disabled, having a lot of severe neurological pain and problems walking and things like that. But I didn't want to give up. I still felt like I could contribute something, and I was just trying to find, redirecting my energy into something positive. And you really helped me through that, through working through your workshops. And you really helped me focus on the mental aspect of how to look at things and how to change things around. That mindset, which is, I think, the first chapter of your book, is all about mindset. And you worked with me so diligently on that. I can't thank you enough. But you got me out of that helpless feeling.
You muted yourself. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
But my do not disturb, my neighbors seem to get through it.
Okay, now what were you saying?
I was saying, so, you helped me through that mindset of feeling hopeless and um, not able to contribute to society and feeling really worthless. And you helped me find a voice within myself, and you helped me find my purpose, and help me direct that and focus it through setting goals, and finding my business purpose and my personal purpose, and mirroring those two together between my purpose, vision, and mission. You really helped me get out of that funk that I was in when I was at my here stage. And you know, I did what I could with my business. I was having a lot of difficulties. You know me, I'm too nice, and it was hard for me to ask for money when I just wanted to sing people's praises. So when I saw what Glenn had created with paper football, I wanted to support him. I wanted him to know what a phenomenally intellectually mindset, self-esteem, self-aware, great game this actually was, because it has all of that, and physical activity and social interaction and personal growth all rolled into one little 12-minute game. And it was something that inspired me so much when I saw how how it connected us with the grandkids that we don't see very often. I mean, they were waiting at the door with a paper football going, "Are you ready to play?" And he ended up having to kick all of them out and only have one of them in the game room at a time, so he could just spend time with one kid at a time and the grandkids, and actually identify with their personalities and whatnot. And I found a connection with my passion. And
So what is your guys' mission with Paper Football League?
so the Paper Football League, our mission is to strengthen community unity one game at a time. And that community unity, whether it's the secular family, the nuclear family, a neighborhood, a location, a city, a state, and ultimately the nation, because we're starting in we have 3 different locations now that we play, and we have a challenge going on. So we kind of have this tri-city challenge going on between 3 different cities that neighbor each other. And it's picking up momentum, so it's really been a lot more fun. But like last night we were in Valparaiso, and we had couples playing. So we had, you know, husbands and wives playing together. And it was just really great to see that camaraderie and that push to encourage each other to be better. And it's just really awesome to see, and to have people go, "We're going to be back next week." And husbands going, "I can't let her hold the record. She can't beat me in this. We have to come back next week." It was great. And if we can do that for, you know, couples and families, then we can start doing that and building a community again, where we bring back the nostalgia of community along with
So excited to see you on fire doing what you wanted to originally when you were working with volleyball and sunsets. You were wanting to bring a community together and awareness and family and just all the right, get people to interact and do well.
And
so
who knew it would be through paper football. And the craziest thing about it too is that not only does it have that social interaction and that sense of drive and purpose and determination that comes with playing a competitive sport. We joke and say everyone can be a flicking athlete, because it doesn't really require any athletic ability to flick a piece of paper down
a flicking athlete. That's too funny. That's awesome. So what was the most valuable thing that you found when you worked, like came to my workshops and worked with me? What was your most valuable thing?
Well, the most valuable to me was the mindset. And that's something you stress in every chapter and in your book and in every session.
I have my book right here.
And you always start with mindset, because it really is the core of your direction. And if you don't have the right proper mindset, and if you're not looking at something that, you know, one of my favorite things that you say is, "How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time." and so now that I'm dealing with, finding a production manufacturing company to produce our game and do it to the standards that we want, and it's one bite at a time, and that
And it's
mind.
about mindset, right? When you go to represent that to the people that you're wanting to support you, it's about your mindset in that and knowing that you can do it. You have you have to find the resources, but you have to have mind resources too, right? Like you were saying. So where can we find you guys?
You can find us right now. We're only on Facebook. We haven't started our website because we want to have production set up.
Got a YouTube channel and a Facebook.
We do have a YouTube channel, but we're modifying that because a lot of the videos were older. It was when we were doing 5-minute quarters.
So what is the name of your Facebook that we can find you at?
It's Paper Football League. And you'll see the sign. It says, be a flicking athlete.
Okay. And so it'll be right there on Facebook. That's where you guys are. Okay. Who would you recommend to work with my company?
And you know what? It doesn't matter whether you're just starting out like I was and just, had a concept, but didn't know how to bring it into a business. You really helped me develop that. But there's been several times since I've developed my company that I use your book as a resource, going, okay, wait a minute. You know what? I'm getting too frazzled. I'm going in too many different directions. What is my primary focus? Let's go back and read that chapter on goals and make sure that I have my goals in order and prioritized before I can, go to the next step. And for people that have a business, if they're happy where they're at and they don't want to grow, that's fine. But I don't know anybody who has the ambition to have a company and not want it to progress and help more people. And so even companies that are experienced and well established, I think would really benefit from working with you, not just at your workshops, but also signing up to work with you one-on-one, because the detail that you go into in regards to finances and structuring, yourself personally and business wise, and having them mirror each other and support each other, really helps with the time management. That was another thing that you were really, really, really good on with me, was time management. You really helped me be more productive by restructuring not just my business life, but my personal life, so that they complemented each other. And I was able to have both a business life and a personal life.
That's great. Now, where can we go play flag football?
Well, you can. Right now, you can't go anywhere to play it except for in our area in local Northwest Indiana. We're in Valparaiso at Franklin House on Monday nights. On Wednesday nights, we're at Barker Pub in Michigan City. And then on Thursday nights, we're in Chesterton at the Chesterton Brewery, which we're really excited because this location actually has an area where kids are allowed to be. And so kids are actually starting to participate. But you can watch us and support us on our Facebook group through Paper Football League, where
you guys do you videotape your games. That's
exactly.
Right. And it sounds like a road trip. Sounds like a fun road trip to go hang out with you. And you guys have really been exploding and just taking off. So who knows where Pam will end up next.
You never know. I might actually get that travel itch again. And that's our ultimate goal, is to just start traveling and sharing it with other communities. So if you're somewhere other than Northwest Indiana and you want paper football in your community, let us know.
Okay. Thank you, Pam.